Good morning, students. My name is Vijay Apte and I am 10th standard ICSE teaching you maths today. The first chapter of ICSE is GST, that is Goods and Service Tax. Now, from 1st July 2007, we had a number of indirect taxes such as a VAT, excise or service tax, etc. Then from 1st July, all these taxes were by government of India abolished, and they give only one tax, that is called as GST. GST is the consumption for using goods, services based tax, which is levied on one buys, transfers good or series or both. GST is to be levied at every point of sale, transfer of good or services or both. GST has replaced all former indirect taxes by central and state government, and GST is applicable throughout India except the state of Jammu and Kashmir. GST is only tax to be paid by individuals or organizations, as all other indirect taxes are merged into it. Next. Now we will consider one example how GST is being calculated. Suppose an item by a trader is purchased for rupees 5,000 from a manufacturer and sold it to consumer Y. That means there are three people. One is manufacturer, another is trader, and the third one is consumer, right? The trader X purchased the item from the manufacturer for rupees 5,000. GST paid by the trader X is 12% of 5,000, which is around 600. You must be knowing how to calculate 12% of 5,000. That will be 12 upon 100 into 5,000. That will go to 600 rupees. So trader X will pay 5,600 rupees to the manufacturer. Then the trader X sells this item to consumer Y with a profit of 1,000. So consumer, the cost price of item for the consumer will become 5,000 plus 1,000, that will be 6,000, that is here. You can see. Now you have to calculate the GST paid by consumer, that is 12% of 6,000, that will be 720 rupees. You know how to calculate 12% of 6,000. That will be 12 upon 100 into 6,000, that will land up to 720. Now for trader X, GST paid while purchasing is 600 and GST collected from the user is 720. This is called as input tax and this is called as output tax. This is called as, this 600 is called as an input tax and 720 is called as output tax. So the GST collected minus GST paid, the trader has to pay rupees 120 to the government. It is but natural that 600 rupees as a GST paid by the manufacturer. So overall the government will get around 720 rupees as a GST. Now here alternatively GST is to be paid on value addition. So GST is to be paid the difference of sale price and purchase price. So we can do by another way, purchase price minus sale price minus purchase price, that is 6,000 minus 1,000 will give 1,000, and you can calculate 12% on it, that will land up to 120 rupee. That will be the GST the trader X will deposit to the government is rupees 120 rupees. Now more about GST. GST is a destination based consumption tax. Hence the place of consumption decides who will collect the tax, state government or central government. The GST is applicable on every type of movement of goods or services. GST comprises of central GST, which is collected by the central government of India, intra-state transaction or movement of goods and services in case of CGST is beneficiary to the central government. Here I would like to mention you what do you mean by intra-state. Intra-state means from one state to another state. Then state GST, that is called as SGST, Union Territory GST, that is UGST, which is collected by the state government and Union Territory within the state. That means within the state, if the rate of GST is around say 18%, half of GST will go to state government, half percent of GST will go to central government. Then integrated GST, which is levied by the central government for interstate transaction. That means if one good is transferred from one state to another state, if the rate of GST is 10%, then the entire 10% will go to central government. Is it clear to you people? Now, the rates of GST are different for different commodities and different goods. It is 0% for very essential commodities, 5%, 12%, 18 and 28% as applicable. The justification behind this is multi-tier tax system is that essential goods and other services cannot be taxed at the same rate as the luxury goods and services. That means you cannot tax for milk or vegetables 28%, so they are essential goods. But if you have to buy gold or if you have to purchase liquor, then the service tax or GST tax will be maximum, that would be 28%. That is the meaning of this statement. Clearly on the essential, however, the gold, diamond, electricity, petroleum products, alcoholic drinks, stamp duties are taxed separately by the central government and individual state governments. In order to make calculations easier, the students may given some suitable rates, that is 10% and 20% in the examination. So in ICSE board, they will give you only 10% and 20% as a rate of GST. The weightage on this chapter in ICSE board is just 3 or 4 marks. So you should not lose those 4 marks. Now we will consider the another topic in this GSS system, that is input tax credit. Input tax credit means while paying the tax on sale, the goods and services, you can avail the tax you had already paid on the purchase of the above goods and services and pay only the balance amount as a tax. For example, we have taken the example of trader, manufacturer and consumer. The trader paying tax to manufacturer is the input tax and the trader collecting the tax from the purchaser is output tax. So difference of that will be just tax paid by the trader. Only registered person is entitled to take credit of input tax charge of supply of goods services. Credit of tax paid in every input using supply of taxable goods or services or both. For the purchase of petroleum and liquor diesel product, input tax credit is not available. In exports, the goods services GST is not payable, but still input tax credit is available. Such transactions are called as zero rated transactions in GST. Now we will solve one problem. Now I will read the problem. You look at very carefully. The tax invoice of a telecom service in merit shows cost of service provided is 750. If the GST rate is 18%, find the amount of bill. Now in merit, rate of GST is 18%. Service provided, service charge is equal to 750 rupees. So GST will be 18% of 750 rupees. I can cut off these two zeros. I can write 18 into 7.5. So GST paid will be 126 rupees. So total amount of bill will be rupees 750 plus 126. That will add up to give 678. The customer has to pay rupees 876. Here this is interstate. Interstate means what? Within the state it is happening. Actually the GST will be going to two parts. One is CGST and another is SGST. This was the first problem. Now second problem, I will read the problem. The Pankaj took health insurance policy for his family and paid rupees 900 as SGST. Find the total amount of premium paid by his policy if the rate of GST is being 18%. Now see, SGST here is rupees 900. As it is within state, CGST will be again rupees 900. So total GST will become 1800. Suppose the cost of the policy be rupees X. So 18% of X will be 1800, that is the GST, and therefore I can write X is equal to 1800 into 100 by shifting upon 18. The cost of the policy purchased is 10,000 rupees. I will explain it once again. In this problem, the catch is that SGST is rupees 900. Since this is the within the state, so we have to consider CGST also. That will be same rupees 900. So total GST paid will be 1800 rupees. If the cost of the policy purchased by Pankaj is rupees X, then 18% of X will be 1800. So by shifting 118 on that side, I can write 1800 into 100 upon 18. So that will give rupees 10,000. That will be the cost of that policy he had purchased. Now we will consider third problem. Mr. Malik went over a tour to Goa. He took a room in a hotel for 2 days and the rate of rupees 5,000 per day. Now in a Goa, for rate per day is rupees 5,000. So for 2 days it will be 2 into 5,000. That will be rupees 10,000. His friend John also joined in. Hotel provided the extra bed charging 1,000 per day for the bed. Now the second person, John, joined. So 2 into 1,000, that will be 2,000 rupees for John. How much GST at the rate of 28% is charged by the hotel in the bill of Mahesh for both the days. Now if you read question carefully, only GST is asked. So what we will do, we will add up total bill of Mahesh and John, that will give 10,000 plus 2,000, that will be 12,000 rupees. Now we will calculate GST on rupees 12,000, 28%. So the multiplication will give so answer will come 3360 rupees. So GST paid in the entire bill is rupees 3,360. Now if you look at this problem, an article is sold from Jaipur to Indore. I will write down here Jaipur to Indore and from Indore to Bhopal. This is clearly interstate and this is intrastate. Now the article is purchased for rupees 5,000 at Jaipur. So we have to calculate the rate of GST is 12%. Sorry, rate of GST is 18%. So at Jaipur, ₹900 GST paid. Since it is intrastate, we will take only GST that will go directly to the central government. Then after taking 2,000 rupees as a profit, selling price of article at Indore is rupees 5,000 plus 2,000, that will give 7,000 rupees. Now when the article is being sold from Indore to Bhopal, the rate of GST will become 9% for central government and 9% for state government. So we have to calculate 9% of 7,000. And similarly 630 for the state government. So overall GST rupees 1,260. Now the question, we will consider the first question, the GST payable by the dealer in Indore. The GST payable by a dealer in Indore is around 900 rupees that he had paid to the customer who is in Jaipur. CP of the dealer in Bhopal. When you have to calculate CP of the dealer, total CP will be 7,000 plus GST, that is 1260 rupees 8,260. In brief, the problem is like this. One article from Jaipur to Indore and from Indore to Bhopal is being sold. The cost price of the article was rupees 5,000. The rate of GST is 18%. Since this is intra-state, we have to calculate 18% on that. That will give 900 rupees. Then when the article is sold from Indore to Bhopal, by taking the profit of 2,000, the total cost price of an article at Bhopal will become rupees 7,000. Since it is interstate, we have to calculate CGST as well as SGST. 9% of 7,000 will give rupees 630 and 9% of SGST will 7,000 will give 630. So total GST paid will be 12,260 rupees. If you read the question carefully, net GST payable by the dealer in Indore, the person at Indore had paid rupees 900 to Jaipur, and the person at Bhopal, the CP of the dealer in Bhopal is the second question. The purchase price actual of at Bhopal is rupees 7,000, that is excluding GST. So we have to add up this 7,000 to this total GST tax. That will be, the answer will become 8,260 rupees. So students, today we have studied GST, intrastate GST, interstate GST. The meaning of intrastate is from within the state and interstate is from one state to another state. Now, when the goods are transferred within the state, we have to divide the GST into two parts, that is SGST and CGST. And when the goods are transferred from one state to another state, we have to give the total GST to the central government. Again, there is output tax and input tax. When there is a manufacturer, trader and consumer is there, output tax is collected by the consumer and given to the trader, and input tax is given to the manufacturer by the trader. The difference between output tax and input tax is the actual GST paid by the trader. And thank you for today's class.